Good morning. Today in math class we are going to be talking about factors and multiples. Factors and multiples are actually going to be a review of stuff that you learned in 4th grade and 3rd grade, but they're really important ideas or concepts because they're going to help us out so much in 5th grade math. If you know your factors and multiples, you are going to be able to multiply numbers easier, bigger numbers, 3 or 4 digit numbers. They're going to be super helpful when you need to divide to know your factors and multiples, and they're going to be really, really helpful when it comes time to get to fractions. So although it seems like an easy skill, it's a really important one to get down and to understand and to familiarize yourself with, okay? So with factors, we'll start here. The numbers you multiply to get a product, okay? We have a vocabulary word here. That word is product, and hopefully it's not the first time you've heard that. A product in a store is something you buy, but in math, a product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So if we have 3 times 4 equals 12, 3 and 4 are factors. So that's a factor and that's a factor. 3 and 4 are the numbers you multiply to get 12. 12 then is the product. It is the answer to the multiplication problem. Okay, so it's really simple. So a lot of times what ends up happening is we ask you what are all the factors of a number. So basically what that means are what are all the ways you can multiply to make that number. So if I wanted to know, so we know we have 2 factors of 12 right here. 3 and 4 are both factors of 12. You can multiply 3 times 4 to get 12, and hey, you can also multiply 4 times 3 to get 12. But those are the same numbers, we just switched the order. So 3 times 4 and 4 times 3 are still the same factors, we just switched the order. So 3 and 4 are factors of 12. So if I wanted to find all the factors of 12, okay, I would think about how many ways could I multiply to make 12, and I always start with the number 1 and work my way up because everything has a factor of 1. So 1 times 12 equals 12. Does 2 times anything equal 12? Yes. 2 times 6 equals 12. So, and then I ask myself, okay, 3, so I work my way up. Does 3 times anything equal 12? Yes. 3 times 4 equals 12. Does 4 times anything? Yes. 4 times 3, but we already have 4 times 3. Does 5 times anything equal 12? No. 6 times anything? Well, yeah, 6 times 2, but I already have those numbers. 7? Nope. 8 times anything? No. 9 times anything? No. 10 times anything? No. 11 times anything? No. 12? Yeah, 12 times 1, I already got that. Okay? So that means that altogether there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 factors of 12. And the factors are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. So if I wanted to list them, that's what they would look like. Those would be all the factors. And I always like to list them in order from the smallest to the greatest. Okay, we're going to move over here a little bit, and we are going to talk about multiples. Multiples, it's a pretty easy idea as well. Answers to your times tables is one of the easiest ways I can think of to explain it. Or you can explain it by skip counting. So like if you wanted to know the multiples of 5, you guys probably remember 1st, 2nd, 3rd grade skip counting. First person says 5, the next person says 10, and then the next person says 15, and the next person says 20. So 5, 10, 15, 20, those are all multiples of 5 because 5 is the number that we started with. So if I wanted to know what my multiples of 5 are, I would list them out starting with 5. 5 is the first one. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Now the thing about multiples is I could keep going forever and ever and ever. I could go up to like 1,735 or even further. One cool thing about multiples of 5 is they all end in 5 or 0. So that's a good pattern to know, okay? If I want to do multiples of 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And again, they go on and on forever, okay? Multiples of 8, 8, 16, 24, 32. Ooh, I'm writing backwards. It's pretty good. So you get the idea. Factors, there's a limited number of factors. There's only so many ways you can multiply to get 12 using whole numbers, because somebody's going to say, well, can't you use decimals? So I'm going to whole numbers, okay? And then multiples are skip counting, and multiples can go on and on forever. So there's no end to multiples. What I would like you to do right now is I'm going to show you your problem of the day. What I want you to do is when I show you your problem of the day, I'll go ahead and read it to you. And then I want you to pause the video so you can see the problem in front of you on the screen. And I want you to work out your problem in your math notebook. Okay? So let's come over here and take a look at your problem of the day. And when you're going to bring your problem of the day with you to your teacher center today for math. So here is your problem of the day. Let me back up a little bit. Here we go. The Star Department Store is having a grand opening. The first 50 people who come will get a prize. Every 4 people who walk through the door will get a t-shirt. How many people will get a t-shirt? So go ahead and pause that and look that problem over and bring your answers with you to the teacher center.